Welcome to Lesson 9. Not every machine you support runs Windows. Developers, designers, and servers run Linux and macOS, and a competent technician handles all three. The good news is that Linux and Mac share a Unix heritage, so the terminal skills you learn here work on both. By the end, you'll navigate a Linux box, manage permissions, install software, and handle common Mac tasks. Let's set expectations. Not every machine on the Helpdesk runs Windows. Developers, designers, and servers run Linux and macOS, and a competent technician can support all three. The good news is that both Linux and Mac share a Unix heritage, so the terminal skills you learn here work on both systems. Once you're comfortable at a shell, a strange-looking computer stops being intimidating. Everything in Linux is a file, and you navigate from the terminal. pwd prints your working directory, so you always know where you are. ls-la lists everything in long format, including hidden files. cd changes directory, here we move into /var/log. And cat shows a file's contents. Those 4 commands get you moving around any Linux system. When you list files, you'll see a string like drwxr-xr-x at the start of each line. That's the permissions. It shows read, write, and execute rights for the owner, the group, and everyone else. A leading D means it's a directory, a dash means a regular file. Reading that string tells you instantly who's allowed to do what with each file. 3 commands you'll use constantly. chmod changes permissions, chmod plus X makes a script executable. Sudo runs a single command as the superuser, root, which is the safe way to do admin work without logging in as root. And on Debian or Ubuntu, apt is the package manager, sudo apt update refreshes the list, and sudo apt install fetches a package and its dependencies. When a Linux box is slow or full, 3 commands answer most questions. df-h shows disk space used and free, in human-readable sizes. Top shows live processes ordered by CPU and memory, press Q to quit it. And psaux gives a one-time snapshot of every running process. If df-h shows the disk 90% full, you've often found your problem already. When something goes wrong on Linux, the logs are your first stop. They live under /var/log, for example /var/log/syslog. On modern systems that use systemd, you read the journal with journalctl, often journalctl-xe to see recent errors. Before you guess at a fix, read the log, it usually tells you exactly what failed. macOS is Unix underneath, so the same terminal commands work in terminal.app. Day-to-day you'll also use the graphical tools. Activity Monitor is the Mac's task manager, Force Quit with Command Option Escape closes a frozen app, and Time Machine handles backups. For installing developer tools, many Mac users rely on Homebrew, Brew Update, Brew Install, and Brew List manage software from the terminal. Macs also let you read and change hidden settings from the terminal with the defaults command. For example, defaults write com.apple.finder, Apple show all files, true, makes Finder show hidden files. Then kill all Finder restarts Finder so the change takes effect. It's powerful, so change settings carefully and note what you changed in case you need to put it back. Let's recap. You navigate Linux with pwd, ls, cd, and cat. You manage access with chmod and sudo. You install software with apt, and check health with df, top, and ps. On macOS, you've got Activity Monitor, Force Quit, and Homebrew. Your task: get to a Linux shell, run pwd, ls-la, and df-h, make a file executable with chmod, and refresh packages with sudo apt update. If you have a Mac, find the most CPU-hungry process in Activity Monitor. See you in Lesson 10.